Here's a brief tutorial on how ACE functions.
Welcome to the foundational step in your journey to the skies. I am ACE, your artificial cognitive entity, and your dedicated AI flight instructor. Learning is a conversation. You can speak with ACE in any language to ask questions, and I will guide you with interactive quizzes. Master the E6B flight computer directly in the app. Use it to calculate time, speed, distance, and fuel consumption. Essential skills for your written exam. For complex topics like aircraft systems and aerodynamics, use our interactive whiteboards. Explore detailed diagrams and visual explanations to deepen your understanding. Explore real VFR sectional charts and airport data. Need to check a distance? Simply tap twice on the map to use the measurement tool. Master the skies with our economy. Gold Wings reward your mastery and let you buy upgrades. Avgas fuels your lessons and refills over time. Keep your daily streak alive to prove your dedication. My ACE Brain Engine analyzes your performance to provide personalized lesson recommendations, ensuring you focus on the areas where you need the most improvement. The course covers 35 hours of comprehensive instruction, delving into aerodynamics, systems, meteorology, navigation, and FAA regulations. Your learning will be reinforced with quizzes. Achieve an 80% pass rate to earn the vital endorsement for your FAA knowledge test. Success comes from understanding, not just memorizing. Use the provided FAA handbooks, take notes, and review concepts often to ensure you're ready for the skies.
So that's a brief overview of how to use the different features of the app. We've got a slides section which in essence teaches the students to walk through the training by giving them a description of what's on the slide, and ACE teaches the contents. So for example, we've got this slide here of the different types of flaps. ACE is going to analyze this image that we curated, and then it's going to start talking and teaching about it.
This is an excellent illustration for understanding high-lift devices, specifically the 6 primary types of trailing edge flaps used on aircraft wings.
From there, students can go to the study mode, and we've got 20 different units here of study. And in the free version, they can go through Unit 6, and to go to Unit 7, they have to go to a paid version. But it starts off with the slides, and you can work through your way through the slides, which is the basics, and then it goes to basic simple questions, and then it goes to more advanced questions in each of these areas. So if we click on a question group here, we can see what is the relationship between lift, weight, thrust, and drag. We can select an answer, and if we're not sure about the answer, we can ask ACE to tell us about it.
That is a fantastic question. Understanding the relationship between the 4 fundamental forces is crucial to grasping the principles of flight. This is exactly where we reinforce those key concepts. The short answer,
ACE will
lift
go through
equals
this
weight,
description, and then we go back to the question. If we want to save the question for later, we can bookmark it for later. We can check our answer, and it'll also give us a quick little rundown
in
here
unaccelerated
of what the
level
correct
flight,
answer was
the
there.
sum of all forces must equal 0 because of Newton's first law of motion.
As we finish areas, we can get experience points. AceBrain will learn and adapt and will guide you in which unit you should be studying based on the amount of correct questions you're getting and the answers that you need to focus on. This is our avgas meter. As you use parts of the study, it uses avgas. If you get more questions right, you get more avgas and it refills. Experience points can be used to buy avgas. So I've got 640 experience points. If I want to buy some more avgas, I can use those experience points to buy the avgas. This is my daily streak counter with 1 for today. In the practice mode, it has all 20 units and it's just focused on questions. If I want to go into any area, Unit 16, aeronautical decisions, decision making, it's the same concept. We've got bookmark with a heart, and we can talk to Ace about any of the questions we have. After that, we go to the quiz mode. Quiz mode is, in essence, just a quiz without any answers. In these areas where I've got a green, I have finished that and gotten an 80% or above. And now I can move on to the next area, principles of flight. I'll go through this as I do my questions. Again, it won't give me any answers. There's no talk feature, and I have to get at least 80% of these correct to move on to the next units. Under the saved here, these are all the ones that I saved, and I can go in and do a deeper dive and try to understand that. In the exam simulates the FAA test, and we can either show our questions or not show our questions with answers. So we'll have this question here. I'll pick an answer. It'll give me a response. It is a timed
TRSA
quiz,
service
and
provides
Ace will talk
sequencing and
to us.
separation for participating VFR aircraft from IFR traffic.
From here, we've got leagues. So leagues, depending on how many experience points you have, you move up in rank through the leagues. We've got a bronze league, a silver league, a gold league, and a platinum league. And as you work your way up through the leagues, through experience points, you get higher in the ranking. If you lose experience points, then you go down through the rankings. If you haven't had any activity on the app in a week, then you go into the demotion zone, and you can go from platinum, gold, silver, and work your way down to bronze at the starting level. In the library, we have an area for a suggestion box and the FAA testing supplement, as well as links to our YouTube website with various training videos that we have on YouTube. Under the map section, we can use this to measure distances between airports. So if I want to measure the distance between Albany International Airport and Syracuse, I can type in the identifier, and it'll zoom in and draw a purple line between the two and show that I have a distance of 103.9 nautical miles. I can also do a map layer option with different streets, satellites, etc., and I can toggle on or off the airports in the area and zoom in to find my location. But you can see there's that magenta line. We have this whiteboard feature, which is pretty interesting. This takes the slide concepts but turns them into whiteboards. So if I wanted to do flight manuals, it's going to look at the slides that are in there, and it's going to create a whiteboard based on an instructor doing a dissertation and then drawing it up on a whiteboard. It'll generate this image for us, and then if we want to talk through the image with Ace, then we can. So we can zoom in on this picture and see what it has to say, then Ace can explain it to us and tell us about it.
That is a fantastic unit to dive into. Unit 8 covers all the essential paperwork that must be present and current in the aircraft.
We also have a feature here where there's different personalities for Ace that we can set up. So if you just want to chat with Ace and talk through different concepts, that would be the instructor level. If you want to do an examiner, you can talk to an examiner, and this will be the DPE. ATC simulator will be set up so that you can act like you're taxiing at an airport and want to get directions to taxi around the airport and then eventually take off. And then Tailwind Tom teaches in a story teaching style. And then we also have a Socratic method where students can ask questions, and Ace will kind of direct the conversation through questioning. So I can ask a question: how does an internal combustion engine work? And
that's
now
a fantastic
with
question.
the Socratic method
and it
on,
ties
it's gonna
right
ask me
into
questions.
Unit 2. Aircraft construction. Understanding how the engine works is key to being a safe and knowledgeable pilot. At its core, the aircraft engine takes fuel and air and turns that chemical energy into mechanical power, specifically the rotation of the propeller. We usually describe this process using the 4-stroke cycle. Can you tell me what the 4 steps or strokes of that cycle are?
So it will continue on and try to ask you questions to help you understand the concepts. And we have an en route button here, which this is a purple line. As this progresses and our learning continues, we get all the way to the end, we can get our endorsement once that's complete. Our flight timer up here shows us how long we've been working in the app. And then in here we've got a logbook, which identifies what areas we've been working in and what dates we've been working on it. And so you can just kind of track your progress. Here's some vitals. You can add some information. You can change ACE's voice. These are the high fidelity voices. These are the lower fidelity voices. A couple more choices. We can go to high contrast mode for people that have difficulty with color vision. And there's privacy policy and terms of use. You can log out or delete your account. That's all we've got for now. Hope you have a great day.